Yahoo, may ya hey yahoo him. Hey ya hey may ya yahoo may ya yahoo hey ya yahoo ya hey. Hey ya 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 hey ya 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 hey hey yahoo ya hey ya ya hey. Yo hey ya hey yo hey yo hey yo hey ya hey may ya ho may ya hey ya ya ho hey ya hey ya hey may ya ho may ya ho may ya hey ya ho hey ya hey ya hey ya Hey, let's go and write some good YouTube titles. Yahweh, hey, hey, I'm concerning myself with my own content, Malten, Yahweh, hey, may Yahweh, hey, Yahweh.
So what is a Kanban?
Hey, YouTube titles here. Let's go. We have another call tomorrow with another person, with Jonathan. I'm so happy for that. I'm finding the resources, yes. He has go high level. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I'm a wealthy man. Yes, I am a wealthy man. Yes, I am a wealthy man. Yes, I can do this. Come on. Can this be seen now? Yes, it can be seen. It can absolutely be seen. I can be seen. I will be seen. Let's go. We are we are seen and not obscene. Yahweh, Yahoo, Yah, come die, My journal is going forward. All my thoughts are being ordered. Yahweh, Yahweh, can you see me? Can you hear me? Yahweh, Yahweh. Hey, Yahweh. Hey, Yahweh. Hey, Yahweh. Hey, on my old channel, volume, We are going going forward every day. Oh, may Yahweh, 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 may Yahweh, hey Yahweh, may Yahweh, hey Yahweh, hey Yahweh, hey Yahweh. Let's work on the titles, let's work on the titles, let's work on the titles, yeah, hey, oh, hey, hey, may oh, may oh, Let's take a look what he's saying there. And I'm making great titles. Yes, I'm making great titles that call attention. Yes, I'm making great titles that bring attention to my videos. Yes.
So in this module we talked about emotions and how to get back in touch with our feelings through learning how to maturely relate to your emotions and how to feel through them. And I really believe, truly strongly believe, that this is the most important life skill you will ever learn. And it's not to say like I am teaching this most important thing. It's rather that whoever you teach that and like in whatever way you come across that, but the thing, like independently from the person who is giving you that, the skill is the most important thing, and I really believe like it should be taught in school. This is like the most important thing also to fuel like learning, to like productivity and learning. If you sort yourself out but really feel what's there, but it's not taught anyway. So the most important skill is this: to learn to distinguish the subtle feeling components is the most important skill in life. To really distinguish with that.
How to learn to feel, ja, oh, es ist so leicht, Yahweh. Ja, oh, ja, hey, hey, ja, 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 oh, me, ja, hey, me, ja, hey, hey, me, ja, oh, me, hey, ja, 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 oh, me, ja, oh, hey, oh, me, ja, oh, hey.
Welcome back. One last example. We've covered 3, so to speak, negative emotions. And now I would like to share also how to handle positive emotions, because the tendency with working with your emotions in a kind of self-therapeutic way, which this course is all about, the pitfall that can happen there is that you, excuse me please, only address the negative emotions still out of this subtle place of wanting to, change them or wanting to get rid of them, but seeing the positive emotions as, excuse me please, as like, yes, come in, more, please, more of that. And so the feeling of elation, of being like pumped up, being motivated, my head is like running and I'm planning out the future and it's all gonna be great, this beautiful life that I'm going to create, and like now it's all gonna happen, like 4 years of like hard work, and now it's all coming together, and like, I just want to do more, sleep less, this kind of feeling of like elation and excitement, and motivation. And then was also the situation when I was kind of imagining, the time after I get to leave Germany, like right now. Probably from my accent you have detected I was born and raised in Germany, and right now I happen to be back here to sort a few last things out, and then I'm off again. And it's something where I really feel, okay, I need to do this right now because it's some kind of family obligation for me to do that. At least I feel like that. So I really look forward to actually going again and have like the whole day time for myself, like all day just working on this project and bringing this message out to people. So I'm totally excited for that.
Yes, I am.
I tuned in with that.
That's right.
I was kind of, taking a little walk and like, music on and getting into this elation kind of motivation feeling. I'm tuning in, okay, I feel.
Es ist leicht, ja, es ist leicht, das Leben so zu leben. Ja, es ist leicht, ja, home, hey, ja, hey, ja, home. Hey, ja, hey, ja, hey,
Welcome
ja,
back, another example of inner work, example 34. This is related to kind of sadness and being put under pressure, and I believe many men watching right now and listening to that, they can relate to that, and it's connected to my girlfriend. She was talking about characteristics and her ex-boyfriend that she liked, and what kind of characteristics he had, where he was like a good guy in this way, and I really felt this kind of sadness and like pressure. It's getting more and more subtle. When you kind of don't allow that to happen, at some point you really react in a way that like, and fuck this guy or whatever, and go back to him or something. Where you don't allow that to feel that at some point you just burst with some stuff like that. But when it's really felt, when it comes up, you really can feel like, there's some deep emotional wound here. And then you feel that, and I was not really going through that in the moment where that happens, because I was, with her, and I was tuning in with that, but not kind of really fully. But when I came back, when I was back home, I really sat down and I felt the importance. Okay, I know this is one of my main core wounds, this fear of rejection, of like, loss of love, so to speak. Tuned in with that, felt the importance of that my feelings are valid. They're not kind of bullshit patterns, they're just annoying, but they're there to teach me something. I felt that, didn't do anything with that. Let it happen, okay, no manipulation. Yeah, sometimes I'm thinking a lot, thinking back about this situation, like,
Another Video, das Leben ist so leicht und so schön, ja, 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 ja.
Welcome back, example number 2, anger towards myself for unhealthy patterns. Did you just see that little hand movement? Also observe yourself, and we'll be getting more into that. I love that in module 5, what you can learn like from your body and your movements about your own emotional patterns and all that. So it happens at some point, and sometimes, and it's getting better now, but it still happens at some time that, I tend to eat very hectically, or I kind of overwork myself so that I, work too much, and then I get mad at people because I'm kind of stressed, or as I said, I eat too fast or too much, or like unhealthy things, or just waste my time, or do something that actually with like a clear mind and with a creative way of thinking.
Ja, es ist so leicht, das Leben ist so leicht, yo, making content, yo, es ist so easy.
Hello and welcome back. In these next 4 videos, I want to be giving a few examples of my own life, about my own inner work. How do I apply this I feel, don't do legs formula? And you will see that many of those emotions are kind of connected to the same topic of stress, frustration, anger, wanting to be different, because this is my own core topic, and I want to make those examples as kind of true as possible and as least generic as possible, so that they're kind of not made up, so that I kind of alter those examples so that they fit for everybody, but I just take my own examples because I feel them truly in my skin and in my feelings, and here I really know what I'm talking about. And I encourage you to come up with your own most commonly arising emotional patterns, which will be very likely entirely different from mine, but to really see
Yes, I can do this. Yes, I'm doing this. Yes, I'm a successful YouTuber. Yes, I am a successful YouTuber. Yes, I'm writing masterful titles. Yes, I can work better, harder, more. Oh, es ist so leicht, es ist so leicht. Ja, hey, ja, hey.
Emotions. And the critical thing to understand is, which place are you coming from? You heard me say this before, but this is a great question to inquire about. Which place are you coming from? Which place are you doing those things? And in the same way, like what we said with expression of emotions through sounds and through actions, it's also with changing of emotions. Yes, emotions can be changed.
Yes, I'm a masterful YouTuber. Yes, I am a masterful YouTuber. Yes, I am a masterful YouTuber. Yes, I can easily do this. Ah, I'm treating my neck nicely. Truncating. Nothing truncating. It will just be forwards.
Before I'll be giving you examples from my own life on how to apply this formula, I would like to drop 2 thoughts on acceptance, which will be in this video, and changing emotions, which will be part like the topic of the next video. So many teachers, and you probably heard this before, are about acceptance, accepting your emotions. And it is true that from acceptance really healing can come. But I would like to share a few thoughts on what acceptance really means, because I believe there are a few pitfalls and a few traps, a few misunderstandings that if they are not laid out in the nuances of acceptance, what it is and what is not, it can be quite dangerous. So acceptance doesn't mean approval. You know, acceptance doesn't mean like, oh yes, this emotion is here, I love it. You know, now I'm frustrated again. Woohoo! It's not that. See, it doesn't mean approve of. Acceptance means neutrality more than approval. Not positivity towards the emotion, but rather being neutral. And it also doesn't imply an act. Acceptance doesn't mean, okay, now I do acceptance. No, I act in the sense like I act the acceptance towards the emotion. It's not that. It's also not restraining yourself from an act of unacceptance. You know, most of the time, excuse me please, and here where it's getting really subtle, oftentimes the spontaneous impulse of unacceptance arises, and then we kind of correct that towards acceptance of what is happening. This is also not what acceptance means. This is basically bullshitting yourself, and this is basically lying to yourself, not being truthful to what is, because what is the unacceptance. And then not accepting that you are not accepting it and trying to correct the unacceptance so that you do acceptance. You see what I mean? This is not acceptance at all. You know, it's not correcting that. It's not restraining yourself from the act of unacceptance. What acceptance really is the spontaneous arising without evaluation of good or bad or helpful or not helpful. You know, beyond our evaluation of what things mean, acceptance basically means whatever is here can be here, and it's not evaluated.
This is brilliant, man. This is really good. Yes, I am a wealthy man. Yes, I am a wealthy man. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I am doing this. This is so easy. Yes, I'm a wealthy man. Yes, I am a wealthy man. Yes.
Hello and welcome back. I've taken a little break before starting recording this video, and I hope you're doing too at some point when it feels right to you to take some time out. So I feel don't do legs. We're at the legs part right now that stands for learn and express. And what I want to say here is that it's optional. The most important practice is for you to feel that and don't do anything. And as we said before, don't do also does not mean to try not to do. Feel doesn't mean to try to push to attain something. It's just being open and let it arise. With that being said, all the learning and all the expression of your feelings and of your emotions, this is optional. This is not part of what you're meant to do. This is not the most important.
And forward we go, yeah, hey, yeah, oh, me, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, oh, me, yeah, 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 oh,
step I see the importance. Important, I need to feel this. It's important. It's valid. My feelings are valid. And now I feel. I have the emotional component. You can distinguish. And then you don't do anything with it. And this is the practice here. But don't do is easier said than done. And I would like to introduce the 4 modes of doing that we do in relation with most emotions. Excuse me, please. This is number 1, running against an emotion, running away from an emotion, running into an emotion, and magnifying those emotions. When we run against an emotion, it's more like, opposing an emotion, running against, and wanting to destroy, or wanting to, when some unwanted emotion comes up, and we really feel, okay, I must not feel this right now because this stands in the way, and you're opposing this emotion, this kind of running against the emotion, or doing something against that, whatever you've been told to kind of change. Feel this right now because some unwanted emotion comes, and wanting to destroy or opposing an emotion. When we run against an emotion, running into, number 1, running against an emotion, running away from an emotion, running into an emotion, and magnifying those emotions. When we run against an emotion, it's more like, opposing an emotion, running against, and wanting to destroy, or wanting to, when some unwanted emotion comes up, and we really feel, okay, I must not feel this right now because this stands in the way, and you're opposing this emotion, this kind of running against the emotion, or doing something against that, whatever you've been told to kind of change your emotions, or you run against, or you run away. Like a smartphone is always just in arm reach of arm, or whatever you say, away. It's close to you, and you can always distract yourself with some Twitter or Instagram, WhatsApp message. Running away, it's so easy to do, and also physically running away. Not only mentally, but also physically, in the sense that many people who actually do a lot of physical exercise and a lot of running exercises, mostly to get rid of this internal pressure and tension. Not for all of them. I've clearly seen that in me and many others, that whenever this uncomfortable feeling comes up of pressure, you go for a run to relieve yourself from this pressure. And that's the best thing you can do for at least, not the best thing, better at least than other unhealthy patterns. But it's still kind of a running away. We need to face our emotions. We need to tune in with that, because otherwise, we...
4-9, let's go! I'm always for progress.
Welcome back. So the second step of the formula is to feel. I feel, don't do legs. So the importance is there. You feel, you see something coming up, and you have you see it's important to feel this right now, because nothing really makes sense after all. It comes back to you anyway if you don't feel it. But also seeing when you're at work or somewhere busy, and it goes also.
Yes, I'm a wealthy man. Yes, I am a wealthy man. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. Yes, this is so easy. Yes, this is so easy. Yes, this is so easy. Well, man. Oh, early Sunday sleep. Let's go home. Es ist so leicht.
Feeling your feelings is important, and when you remember back to module 1, you see it over there. We were talking about the motivation, for learning to become more alive and to get in touch with our feelings, because all of our life areas are being transformed in that. So we have to see that your feelings might not be rational, but they are truly valid. It is important to do the practice of feeling the feelings, because
fine, it's easy and it is so fun. Ich habe so viel Spaß in meinem Leben, Content zu kreieren, yay.
Welcome back. So here's the formula on how to relate to your emotions, how to really get back in touch with your feelings. And that's nothing magical. That's something you could have come up with, for yourself. But the importance and the value is really from me speaking from experience, also having consulted a lot of spiritual psychotherapists who've worked with emotions for like years and decades and really studied their material and bringing that all together. So it's in the nuances. It's not really the formula, it's rather the nuances of applying that and living that day by day that makes this so valuable. So I feel, don't do, lax. You see, I tried to come up with like a great acronym, something like the ANGEL method or ANGEL or something like that. But no, I feel this is kind of very sticky and good to remember. I feel, don't do, lax. There are like 4 steps. So the first step is importance. When we start out with our emotions and getting in touch with those emotions,